Welcome to another episode of my Fragrant Notepads. In this episode today, I'll be discussing one of my personal favourite fragrance notes and one of the most well-used fragrance notes, and that is the rose. Now, the wonderful thing about roses is that there are so many different varieties of it, with so many different scent profiles coming from various different varieties. One variety of the rose note is called the Rose Damascena, and this originates from Bulgaria, Turkey, as well as India and Saudi Arabia. The second variety of rose is called Rose Centifolia, and this is available, you can find it in Morocco, as well as France and Egypt. Now, of course, when it comes to the rose note, there's a huge, vast history when it comes to the flower of rose. It is called the Queen of Flowers for obvious reasons. Now, in terms of perfume production, it has been in production for perfumery purposes in ancient Arabia since early times. Of course, like many other fragrance notes, the rose is also used for religious traditions and burials, whether that's in Islamic traditions, Hindu traditions or Christian traditions. Of course, was also used for medicinal purposes, and it was said to relax the mind. In terms of using the rose note within perfumery, because of its many different facets in terms of the scent profile, in combination with other wonderful perfume scents, it can create a very different aspect and perspective to the notes, according to the composition of the fragrance. Apart from perfumery, the rose is also used in Middle Eastern cuisine as well as Persian cuisine, and also for medicinal purposes within Europe. Now, it's not very surprising to know that to produce the rose oil for perfumery purposes, it can be very, very expensive. It takes at least a minimum of 60 petals of roses in order to make 1 drop of rose oil. In other words, it takes 250 pounds worth in weight of rose petals in order to make 1 ounce of perfume oil. Historically also, it is also said, according to many legends, that the rose flower was produced and cultivated in China over 5,000 years ago. This resulted in the cultivation of many different types and varieties of the rose flower. Aphrodite and Venus, the goddesses of love within the Greek and Roman ancient civilizations, had held the rose flower very sacred and dear to them. This is because the fragrant blooms of the rose petals had symbolized the ethereal beauty and passions that come from the rose flower. Now, 3 of my favorite perfumes that include the rose note include number 1, Tiziano Terenzi's Gold Rose Extrait de Parfum. Number 2, I absolutely love Parfum de Marly's Delina. And I absolutely adore Arabian Oud's Woody Intense. Now, the links to my favourite perfumes that I've just mentioned are available below in the description of this video. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.